Title: The Milkman of Dorma Street. Sound design: early morning ambience, glass bottles clinking, distant foghorn, soft wind. It's 1956. Back when milk came in glass bottles, and the milkman knew every house on his route. Every house, except the ones on Dorma Street. Soft, unsettling tone begins. Most milkmen in the city refused to deliver there. Some said the street was cursed. Others said it didn't exist on certain maps. But Raymond Hale needed the money. So every morning at 4:30 a.m., before the sun even thought about rising, Raymond pushed his milk cart down the hill. The wheels squeaking, glass bottles clinking, and eventually he reached the corner sign. Dorma Street. Wind suddenly drops to silence. That's where things always changed. The air felt thicker. The street lights flickered. And the houses never looked the same 2 mornings in a row. Raymond had one rule: never let the door open. Drop the milk, grab the empty bottles, leave fast. Because the people on Dorma Street weren't like other people. Sound: cartwheels rolling slowly. House number 1. Raymond walked quickly up the steps, placed 2 bottles beside the door, grabbed the empties, and turned to leave. Sound: doorknob slowly turning. He froze. The door creaked open behind him, just a crack. Inside, a woman stood in darkness, her eyes wide, unblinking, her smile too large. Milkman. Her voice dragged the word like it tasted strange. Raymond didn't answer. He walked away, never turning his back completely, never stopping. Because everyone knew, if they invited you inside, you never came back out. Music rises slightly. House number 3. Raymond hurried up the porch, but something was already wrong. The milk bottles from yesterday were still there, untouched. Yet the curtains inside the house were moving, like something tall was pacing behind them. Raymond placed the new bottles, and suddenly, a shadow stretched across the curtain. Long, wrong, too many arms. He didn't wait. He ran back to the cart. Glass bottles clink as he moves faster. Further down the street, things only got worse. At House 7, a man opened the door before Raymond even reached the porch. But the man didn't blink, didn't breathe, just stood there, waiting. Raymond slowly set the milk down on the sidewalk instead. The man's head tilted just slightly too far, and Raymond left without looking back, because there was something everyone whispered about Dorma Street. Some said the people there weren't always people. Some said if you stayed too long, you started forgetting where you came from, and eventually you became one of them. Low rumbling sound begins. Raymond was almost finished. Just one more house. House number 13. The worst one. No one had ever seen the resident. But every morning, the empty bottles were gone. Raymond approached slowly. The porch creaked under his feet. He set down the milk, reaching for the empties. Sound: door suddenly swings open. Raymond jumped. The house was completely dark. Cold air poured out from inside. Then a voice spoke, deep, echoing, like it came from somewhere far away. "You're late today, Raymond." His blood froze, because Raymond had never told anyone on this street his name. The voice continued, "Why are you always in such a hurry?" Something moved in the darkness. Large, crawling, too many limbs scraping the floor. Raymond grabbed the empty bottles and ran. Music intensifies running footsteps. Down the steps, across the sidewalk, back to the cart. He pushed it hard, glass rattling wildly. The houses seemed taller now, the street longer, the fog thicker, and behind him, doors began opening. One by one. Sound: multiple doors creaking open. The people of Dorma Street stepped onto their porches, watching, smiling, waiting. Raymond pushed harder. The corner sign finally appeared ahead. The end of the street, the safe street. He crossed the corner, and instantly, the air changed. Birds chirped again. Morning light returned. Raymond stopped, breathing hard. He looked back. Dorma Street was quiet again. Perfectly normal. Just another row of houses. Raymond swore that would be the last time. But the next morning, his boss handed him the route sheet again. And at the very bottom was the same address. Dorma Street. Because the strange thing about that street is once you deliver there, you're always on the route. And sometimes, if you stay too long, the residents start asking you a question. The same question Raymond heard whispered behind him that morning. Low, whispering voices. "Milkman, when will you finally come inside?"